Thank you very much. And thank you very much for having us this evening and for being here tonight. Honorable ministers, Mr. Desmond Lunga, all the artists, the award recipients, and our guests. It's a pleasure to be here, and it's a pleasure to see all of you and all of you at home here tonight. My job this evening is basically to introduce the project that we've had with Men and Boys for Gender Equality over these past few months. So ahead of the global 16 Days of Activism campaign last year, UNDP partnered with MBG because of our shared goal of achieving gender equality and being a nation free of GBV by 2030. Now that's a tall order, given the statistics that Natasha just presented, but we truly believe that together we can do it. And given MBG's mission to engage men and boys in reducing gender inequalities, preventing HIV, and ending gender-based violence, they were really a perfect partner for our quest to involve more men and boys in the conversations about GBV prevention and response. On the 17th of November last year, we therefore launched the joint project, which were basically around two main activities. One was around bringing ambassadors together in the campaign against GBV, and the other one is the Activism Awards, for which we're here tonight. We wanted the project to really engage the communities directly, and we wanted to bring in role models and spokespersons who could lead the conversations and the actions, both at local level and also at national level, and to engage the media to shed more light and really spread the word on our common desire for active, collaborative, and concerted GBV prevention. In terms of our ambassadors, we had selected 10 young and influential people and brought them together virtually because of the COVID-19 pandemic. And these 10 influential people ranged from our Minister of Health here tonight. We had DJs, we had radio presenters, comedians, we had representatives from civil society, activists, and so forth. And these ambassadors were identified through their Facebook following, through their ability to spread positive social media content, and by having platforms through which they could engage young people directly. The selected ambassadors dedicated their time to develop and spread messaging around GBV, youth empowerment, and COVID-19 to be shared on their respective platforms and advance the initiative through media. The second part of the project, for which we're here tonight, is the Gender-Based Violence Activism Awards. And this is really around community mobilization. These inaugural awards we'll be giving to deserving recipients this evening are a means to encourage members of the community, particularly men and boys, to educate their communities about ending GBV and promoting healthy lifestyles for all, whether they be women, men, boys, or girls. And this notion of people owning their solutions to their problems, co-creating and co-designing them, and really taking charge of their own futures is where we at UNDP believe lies progress and development. The notion of agency, of dignity, and of choice is really at the heart of UNDP's approach to addressing today's societal challenges. And likewise with the awards, these were conceptualized to mobilize communities to actively engage in ending GBV through a competition that ran through the annual 16 Days of Activism in November and December last year. The initiative was open to all members of the public, including groups, companies, religious institutions, NGOs, government departments, and donors, under a range of categories of which we will learn more later. We received more than 40 entries, and as part of the media work, the work of the entrants was shared on social media platforms, along with posters for nominees to showcase their GBV prevention initiatives. Informative radio jingles, videos, and advertisements were produced and aired on national media platforms to promote the awards and the nominees throughout the campaign. VIB Mobile generated voting codes for all the entrants, which the public then used to vote for them through the MBG's SMS line across all the cellular networks in the country. Gender experts and activists were also engaged to tally the winners from each category, and we will learn more about these winners shortly. For us in UNDP, the take-home messages from this evening's event is really that GBV is not one person's problem. It is a whole of society problem. We must all take responsibility and work together to end GBV in Botswana and across the world. And that's why we're all gathered here, with the ministers, MBGE, UNDP, the award recipients, artists, and guests. That's also why the next UNDP 5-year programs, spanning from 2022 to 2026, will focus on empowering people to take ownership of their well-being and be responsible for the outcomes of their lives and the development of their communities. We've already begun this work with initiatives such as these ambassadors and the awards with MBGE. We've been training Dikosi at district and sub-district levels. And we have an ongoing partnership with civil society through the Botswana Red Cross, training community leaders at the local emergency operation centers throughout the country. We remain committed to this people-centered approach to eradicate GBV in Botswana by 2030. And it's important that we see this event tonight as a milestone and not the finishing line for this campaign against GBV. We must initiate and continue these conversations in our homes, in our workplaces, through our media platforms, and in all spheres of society, because only through our own daily actions and conversations will we be able to change our mindsets and behaviors to prevent GBV from happening at all. Together, and only together, can we eradicate GBV in Botswana. Thank you.